Mark allocation is a very important aspect of narrative exams. Give yourself as much chance as possible. A blank answer always scores the same. So something is always better than nothing. However, in a recent PCIM exam, candidates were asked for the 3 phases of money laundering. One candidate wrote, 3 phases of money laundering are recycling illegally acquired money, getting caught and going to jail. That scored 0. So while something is better than nothing, something sensible is always better than something silly. It does give the examiners a bit of respite while they're marking late into the night, but it's marks that you're trying to gain. So have a stab at something if you're not sure of the answer, because it gives you a better chance. But if you know it's wrong, it's definitely wrong. And always check the marks per question as you go through the question paper. As I said earlier on, there are 4 marks for each of the 10 questions in the PCIM section A, and if one of the questions is your specialist subject and you see a question that you know everything about, in every sitting that I've seen, I can find a script that will have an answer that covers 2.5 to 3 sides of A4, answering a 4-mark question. Now, invariably, these candidates do score very highly on those questions. So, yes, you could score 4 marks, but in order to write 2.5 to 3 sides of A4, you're probably spending 20-25 minutes to do it, for a maximum of 4 marks. Not worth it. Don't do it. Positive marking. This is a policy that we have here at the Institute, positive marking of narrative exams. The chief examiners want to award you marks, so please help them. Marks are awarded for correct or partially correct answers. Marks are not deducted for answers which are incorrect. And we don't take away marks for poor spelling, punctuation or grammar either. So, onto the more technical aspects. Lists of things which are asked for in narrative exams. If you are asked for a list of 4 things, then please give 4 things. If you think there are more than 4 things that would suitably fit on that list, and you write down 9 items when you've been asked for 4, you're effectively asking the examiner to choose the correct 4 from those 9. They've been given instructions not to look all the way through a list in order to find 4 correct ones. So the first 4 are the ones that count. And in one specific instance that came out recently, if you partially answer or give a correct item on your list within the first 4, and then in a later item on your list you go on to complete that item within your first 4, you can be given credit for that as well. But that's a high risk strategy. It only happened in one script out of several hundred. So generally, if you're asked for 4 things, give 4, because the rest won't count. Practice is the last piece of advice I'd like to give you. There are 4 past question papers and Chief Examiner reports available on our website for the narrative exams. Please do use them. The calculations, as I've alluded to before, are things that come up on a regular basis, and the nature of the calculations is often very similar. So if you are one of those fortunate people who usually has a computer program or an algorithm to work out specific numbers for you, you can have a look at the way that the answers are being laid out in previous exams, and you can practice them. You can practice them with your colleagues at work, and you can get very good at them. So for certain calculations which come up on a or types of calculations that come up on a regular basis, there will be some very easy marks available to those who've practiced how to do them. So please do take advantage of the fact that we have past papers available for you. So online support for narrative exam candidates. If you go to our website, cisi.org/qualifications, the information is there for our narrative exams. All the syllabuses are posted on there. The past papers and Chief Examiner reports, which are very useful. These are the Chief Examiners trying to give information to candidates from the cohort that's just sat, but more importantly to prospective candidates for future exams about what they're expecting from you. Have a read through them and have a look through the pages there as well about the exam dates and the procedures about getting entered for the exams and registered. And all that remains for me to say is good luck in your narrative exams. Thank you very much.